Nick Candy, what a move. Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
All right, welcome race fans. Tonight, Top Fuel Racing takes to Iowa for 143 laps. I got to welcome into the booth here with me, Calvin Troy. Welcome, Calvin.
Thank you for having me, Rudy. It should be a pretty decent race tonight.
I seen Scott was in here. What did he want?
He was wondering if you were here.
Okay. I guess if he poked me, I guess I was here then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was asking where you were at, and I didn't know what he wanted.
Get things finished set up here. Just okay. Looks like they're in a driver's meeting already. Wow. I guess we just timed that perfect, huh?
Yep.
Oh. You guys are gonna have to start doing your driver meetings earlier or something. I'll have to talk to Scott about that. Just get in there and get the broadcast up, and everybody's sitting on pit road. All right. Well, anyhow, folks, don't forget about this Saturday, the 26th. MaxSpeedTV will be presenting a race here at Michigan with the Cadillacs. This will be to thank all the YouTube subscribers, being we've reached the benchmark of 1,000 subscribers. So, in which we thank you all very much for being one of those subscribers. If you're not, make sure you do hit that subscribe button now. You can follow along. We got details on our Facebook page at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. You can also check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com. So 143 laps, and it looks like they're going to be coming to qualifying here shortly. We're going to have about, looks like about 23 drivers in the race. Oof. Going to be a tough one.
Yes, sir.
Kevin O'Brien's not going to have a number tonight because he's got a triple number.
I'll be back in about a minute or two. I'm gonna go use the restroom.
10-4. All right, practice almost over here. We'll be getting on to qualifying, but in between there, we're going to step away for a quick minute, play our national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Guys.
And now, the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, we are back. And looks like Justin Michael coming in on the top spot for right now, beating out Rolando Arroyo.
All right, I'm back, Rudy.
10-4. kind of a surprise to see Justin Michael up there, really. I mean, I guess I didn't realize he was that good of an IndyCar racer. Okay. Just waiting for qualifying to be over here. Should be over shortly. How many minutes they got left?
Another about 4.5.
Oh, okay. You put up a 10-minute qualifying session? Wow. That's not a bad idea, though. You know, I kind of like that idea myself because, you know, some guys, they may, after practice, they might have, oh man, practice is over. Man, I got to go to the bathroom or something, you know. They may run to the bathroom while they come back, qualifying's over, you know. This kind of gives them a little bit of a, maybe they want to get a drink or whatever. I'm kind of liking that idea, 10-minute qualifying.
Yeah, I've always been a big supporter of that. I mean, it's nice to be able to run to the bathroom and whatnot before the race starts and get a drink and whatnot.
Hmm? Yep. Woohoo. Trying to get this thing, hold on here, folks. Thing early, man, why did it blow up so big? Wow. I just want a little tiny icon here and it makes it like full screen. Holy smokes. I don't know, it might not work out very good. Might not be able to see it very good, but it's there. Yeah, one of my other overlays actually counted down the time left in qualifying, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, we've got about another 30 seconds left, Rudy.
All right, that's going to end it. And looks like Justin Michael is going to be our pole sitter. Okay, let's run down through the grid. Justin Michael on the pole with a 16.854. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Tommy Lee starting second. Rolando Arroyo third. Donald Sadusky fourth. Thomas Keene in fifth. Scott Brinson sixth. Nathan Sylvia in seventh. Robert Riley eighth. Wally Turheimer ninth. Scott Sanderson in 10th. Andrew Schulte 11th. Chris Mulhall 12th. Kyle Strycharge 13th. Tyler Stanley 14th. Go ahead, Cody.
Johnny Smith 15th. Kevin O'Brien 16th. Ed Hewitt 17th. Michael Campbell 18th. Travis Browder 19th. And you're not starting a race, Rudy.
No. Vincent Viney in 21st. Michael Jeans 23rd. Dylan Pfaffman 24th. And Drew Pfaffman 25th. So Justin Michael on the pole. All right, here we go, rolling them out.
I believe there's 2 pace laps here, Rudy.
Yes, sir, I think there is.
This should be an interesting race. We'll see if they can keep it clean.
Let's see a few guys not out there on the track. Vincent Viney, Travis Browder, and Michael Jeans not on the track.
And the leader's going already. The pace car ducked off. Great start for Justin Michael there.
Yes, sir. Tommy Lee hot on his trail. Rolando Arroyo, third place. Thomas Keene trying to get a run on the high side. Brinson in fifth. Quite a few drivers did not. We only had a 20-car field to start the race.
Wow.
Tyler Stanley back in 13th. He gets around Andrew Schulte.
Thomas Keene looking to the outside of Rolando. With Scott Brinson also.
Not wanting to let them guys get up there too awful far. Brinson and Sanderson were side by side. Brinson will hold off Sanderson for just a minute. Donald Sadusky in 7th, Chris Mulhall 8th, and Nathan Sylvia in 9th. Chris Mulhall, man, he keeps blinking like crazy. He needs to get that internet fixed to his.
Yeah, Donald Sadusky goes way up the hill out of turn 2, and now it's going to give Scott Sanderson the advantage, but he's going to clear him off of 4.
Actually, Donald got the run on Sanderson and went around him. Oh, we got one upside down. Drew Pfaffman, and Dylan Pfaffman, upside down. He's on pit road. I think they do have a couple of resets out here tonight, which Scott told me earlier.
Yes, sir, they have 2. Scott Sanderson just now cleared Donald Sadusky, and Chris Mulhall is going with him.
All it takes is a little slip in the turn, and Sadusky's going to lose another one here to Nathan Sylvia. Not sure what's going on with Sadusky's car there all of a sudden. You can flat-foot it for about 4 or 5 laps, but after that, you got to start lifting in the corners a little bit, and the aero push around these things are atrocious.
Yes, sir.
Robert Riley breaks the top 10. Well, I'll tell you what, Justin Michael's proven that clean air out there is means a lot because he pulled away by a second over Tommy Lee. Cars are all pretty much spread out around the track.
Yeah, great race by these guys so far, Rudy.
Dylan Fafman back out on the track using a reset, I'm assuming. Kyle Streichar is now on pit road. And somebody, that's Dylan Fafman again. Spins it on the front stretch. Wow. No caution though, that's a good thing. I wonder if he even put cautions in here. Thomas Keane, third place.
Ed Hewitt and Tyler Stanley are starting to battle here a little bit.
Tyler's
gonna clear him.
Yeah, good job. Right along with Ed Hewitt here for a minute.
Oh, we got a caution somewhere, Rudy.
Uh-oh. As soon as I get to another camera angle. Oh, Kevin O'Brien hard into the outside wall. Let's go back and see what happened to Kevin. I'm looking here, it looks like he caught that apron. That's what we've been seeing. We've seen last night and everything. Guys catch that apron and it's over. You just touch that yellow line and it's over for you. So he's going to be on pit road, getting that fixed up. Well, let's see if the leader brings everybody to pit road. Yep. Definitely. You definitely, you want new tires.
Yeah. Scott Sanderson and Scott Brinson are going to stay out this caution. Well, this time.
Scott Brinson will get scored as leading that lap, so he'll get a bonus point. All right, quick pit stops by these guys. 6.8 seconds by Justin Michael. He gets out first ahead of Tommy Lee. They pretty much come out like they went in. Now let's see if Brinson and Sanderson come to pit road this time. They just might. I don't know if I'd want to stay out there on them old tires with everybody behind you having new tires.
That looks like they're going to stay out.
Yep. That's suicide. Well, that was a pretty good green flag run. Yeah, Chris. Huh. Yeah, blinking big time there, dude. We were watching you on there, man. It was like, man, you'd be there, and then all of a sudden you'd be gone. You'd just be blinking in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Let me see if I can find you here and see if, let's see if you do it now. Doesn't seem like you're doing it right now, but you were during the race. You were blinking pretty heavy. I don't seem to be doing it now.
Oh no, Scott Brenson just spun out.
Well, there you go. There you have it. Goofing around, and that's what happens. Yep. Wow. There should be absolutely no reason to do that. There is no scrubbing tires. Well, that let Sanderson lead that lap. There's what not to do, folks. That's what not to do. Do not scrub your tires. Horseplay will get you nowhere. Alright, here we go. Pace car in. Brinson on the throttle. Let's see how long he stays out ahead of Justin Michael now on them old tires. Justin Michael already goes into second place. Tommy Lee in third, looking for a way around Justin Michael. Takes it to the bottom. Looks like he's got him. Hasn't completed it yet, though. Now he does. Oh, up into the wall. And just stops right there. That thing was just like locked right in. Well, let's watch this here from another view. Just dug right into that concrete wall. Caught that apron. That's all it took. Catching that apron. Boy, he dug right into the safer barrier there, I'm telling you. So he's on pit road. That's going to pretty much do it for him for right now. And that was caution number 2, I believe. Yes, caution number 2. Well, I think maybe we ought to talk to somebody. Let me see if I can't find somebody here. How about Tyler Stanley? Tyler Stanley, you got a copy?
What's up, Rudy?
Alright, well, let's see. I'm looking here. You're back in about 12th place. Oh, you're on pit road. Doggone it. I'll wait till you come off pit road. Well, a couple of quick cautions. How's the racing been for you?
I like it. You got to use your common sense here to race, especially in these cars. Setup gets really aero tight. But aside from that, if you're able to combat the aero tightness, there's some great racing going on throughout the field.
Very good, very good. Well, you want to get up there and lead some laps, obviously. Got some pretty fast guys up ahead of you, hungry guys. Second race of the season. What do you think of the series so far?
We're getting it done. It's doing great for a very first time league, and I like what I'm seeing. It's still going to take some work by everybody here. We're going to have to get some more practice in with these cars and learn what we're doing. Instead of just coming in here on race night and expecting to be good. But aside from that, the admin's doing great. The way Scott's running the league is just the way I like it. So I'm enjoying it.
All right, brother. Well, good luck. You were down with Chris and Tommy Lee and them, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
Thank you. Enjoy the show.
All right. what are you thinking so far, Calvin? You've been pretty quiet.
I was just letting you kind of talk to your interviews and whatnot, but I thought that first run was a really nice run and some great racing. Hopefully we can get another good run like that in again.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the best racing as the cars get spread out a little bit, and you know they get away from that aero push around the cars, and I think it's going to make it for a lot better racing. But people have got to start learning to stay away from that yellow line, and that's all we've seen so far. 2 cautions, 2 people getting on that yellow line, and it upsets the car.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of practice with these guys earlier, and that yellow line, that I touched it just a little bit, and I was around.
It's amazing how just that yellow line can make that much of a difference, but it does.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna get the 1 to green here, Rudy.
And 4, we'll get them going, buddy, this time.
10-4. We'll see if Scott can hold him off still on those old tires.
I think he would have probably been better if he would have started on the high side, but because I think Justin Michael's going to get by him on the high side. Well, I mean, not right on the start, but
Alright, and the pace car is off, and Scott's gonna hold him back, and he's leaving. They were sleeping on that restart behind him there, Rudy.
definitely. Thomas Keene for second.
And he's gonna get it.
Yep,
Not without a fight.
Justin Michael coming right back around him.
Keene back to the inside.
Wow. Oh, and they get together. No caution?
No caution.
There
Caution.
it is. Okay. Gonna say, whoa. Oh, let's go take a look at it here from the far chase view. And I'm. This is what I was afraid of. You know, these guys want to race, and you can't touch wheels with these cars. It's not like in a regular truck or car that we race in iRacing where you can actually bump and bang each other a little bit. You cannot touch wheels in here. Justin Michael going to go into the outside wall. Looks like everybody did a pretty good job of staying off of him, though. He may not be too bad, but he'll be able to use his reset. Oh, there's somebody got into him. All right. He's in the pit stall sideways.
Yeah, it looked like all it was a little bit of an arrow push underneath Keene there.
This is caution number 3. Still got 110 to go. Keene coming to pit road. Going to put Rolando Arroyo in second. Chris Mulhall third. Wally Turheimer up to fourth. Nathan Sylvia fifth. Johnny Smith sixth. Andrew Schulte seventh. Donald Sadusky eighth. Michael Campbell 9th, and Drew Pfaffman 10th. Back in the field here, Kyle Streichard will be restarting in 19th place. Dylan Pfaffman will be 20th. It's like Justin Michael may have retired from the race.
Yep.
Why? He got 2 resets. Oh well.
They disqualified him twice and cleared his flags. It was almost like there was a glitch on pit road with him, and he might have had to back out and try and come back in to fix it.
Well, Brinson's staying out there. Staying out there on them old tires. Looks like Kyle Streichars has dropped out of the race too. We should get the 1 to go right here. Thomas Keene to the back of the race there. He is the last one on the lead lap in 15th place.
Yeah, Keene's gonna have to be really patient on this restart and work his way up to the field very patiently, try not to be too aggressive too early and cause a wreck again.
We won't be halfway through the race and a lot of these guys are going to be out of resets. Alright,
Race car's gone.
Man, Scott got a heck of a jump right there. Mulhall was second.
Yeah, everybody was sleeping on that restart again.
Nathan Solvia to the bottom of Rolando Arroyo. Beats him at the line to take over third. Andrew Schulte, 5th place.
Rolando and Nathan still going at it. Looks like Rolando's finally going to clear him here off of 4. He had to run on the high side.
Sadusky got a little bit loose there, and Michael Campbell had to check up. That's going to put him way back in the field. I think he might have got into the outside.
Oh, we got a spinner.
Oh, there's another one. Robert Riley spinning across the grass. Wasn't it? No, it wasn't Robert Riley. What the heck was that? Ed Hewitt.
Oh, no. Big wreck. Keene's upside down and someone else. Tyler Stanley, I believe.
Oh, no.
He's in it.
Let's go see what happened there. What do you got? Okay. Robert Riley almost got into the back of Keene. Good save by him, though, but trying to see what happened here to Keene. Oh, right in front of him was the Scott Sanderson that got loose. He just got that aero push from Keene being right on his tail. And just started, it broke loose on him. Sanderson and Keene going for a heck of a ride. But then I was looking back here, Ed Hewitt was down on the grass too. Let me go back and see what happened here to Ed Hewitt. Caught that apron. And these guys have got to stay off them aprons. Oh, he got, oh man, he got checked up there hard. Okay. He's okay for right now. Don't really see any major damage on him. He's going to be okay. Back up front here, looks like Rolando is going to be our leader.
Yeah, Scott Brinson came in and did a pit stop.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're almost at the 100 to go, and taking a look at it, this is caution number 4. Michael Campbell in here. Yeah, there he is. Michael Campbell, you got a copy? In TeamSpeak.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How is your car running?
It seems to be getting better right now. After about 3 or 4 laps, it feels like it's hooking up real good. Pretty good setup.
We've seen that it was a pretty close call there. I think that was with Donald Sadusky. It looked like he got a little bit hairy there and almost come up the hill and pushed you up into the fence. Did you hit the fence or not?
No, I got no damage whatsoever. Didn't hit nothing.
Good, good. Well, I know, kind of knocked the momentum out of you a little bit, but you're running all right here. You're up to, what is that, about 10th or 11th or something? Somewhere along there, about 10th.
We're slowly working our way up there.
Well, that's good, that's good. All right, brother, well, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you later.
Thanks a lot, Rudy.
So Rolando and Nathan Sylvia are going to be up on the front row this time.
Yeah, they should be getting the 1 to green this time around, Rudy. Lights are out on the pace car.
I think we're going to have 98 to go when they cross the line.
Pace car's off. And Rolando's going, and everybody was sleeping again on that restart. Great restart by Rolando.
Yep. Donald Sadusky going to slip into second, though. Johnny Smith, 4th place. Robert Riley in 5th.
Scott Brinson looking to the inside of Robert now.
Oh, a couple of them get close to getting together. That was Brinson and Chris Mulhall get close to getting together. Might even have touched. Wally Turheimer on the high side. Right behind Andrew Schulte, now to the bottom. Well, this is crazy racing right here. Michael Campbell, bagger away. We've got some lap cars in there, I think. I don't know, I can't tell.
Robert Riley almost clips the wall there. That was a close call.
Yeah, that aero push around these cars is atrocious. Donald Sadusky for the lead. It looks like Rolando may have slipped, and that let Donald Sadusky take over the lead. Nathan Sylvia second.
Oh, we got a spin. Chris.
Mulhall, yep. Going around.
And Michael Campbell.
Oh, right there. Okay, I got it. Looks like Tyler Stanley and Michael Campbell touch. Go back here a little bit further, and let's watch this from the far chase view here so we can figure out what exactly happened. That's going into turn 3. Tyler Stanley's way up high, and boy, Michael Campbell just like kicks to the right and right up into Tyler Stanley. Ouch. Tyler Stanley going to get quite a bit of damage on his car. There'll be a reset if he has one. Alright, everybody coming to pit road. Well, some of the guys, I should say. Well, Tyler Stanley's coming to pit road. Well, looking at it, this is caution number 5. This is just about hitting right about where I figured was going to be. I called it 15 cautions in this race, Calvin.
Yeah, I think we might be pretty close to that number at the end of this, Rudy.
Yeah, or we're at 5 cautions for 50 laps, so you figure 140 laps. That's 14 cautions at this rate. We'll see. I hope not. I hope not for Scott's. But I tried to tell him this not a good track to run 20 cars on. 1 or 2 cars? Oh, it's absolutely amazing, but 20 cars, no. I'd run Talladega before I'd ever run this track, but that's just me.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one too, Rudy.
It's a fun track. Oh, it's fun, man. Just but there's really not a whole lot of room to pass. If you touch the yellow line, your history, you take out half the field. You're trying to race each other. The suck up on these cars is atrocious, and there's just a lot of things in the mix that you really got to pay attention to, But Donald Sadusky out front, man, this is awesome. Well, Scott Brinson will be 3rd, so he's got himself back into 3rd now. Andrew Schulte 4th, Thomas Keane 5th, Wally Turheimer 6th, Ed Hewitt 7th, Nathan Sylvia 8th, Rolando Arroyo 9th, and Robert Riley 10th. Yeah, I never cared for this track, Calvin. I don't know why. I'm not a 1 mile track kind of guy,
Yeah, it's fun to race on, but sometimes the racing here can be a little crazy.
Yeah, this track in Richmond, there's a couple other ones I'm just not crazy about. They'd make a good filled in with water, it'd make a beautiful duck pond.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of how I feel about Pocono. I say fill that thing up with water.
Yep, that one in Indianapolis too.
Yeah.
Be a good 150-acre duck pond.
All right, lights are out on the pace car.
Get them going, brother.
Will do. Pace car's off, and Donald Sadusky is gone right away.
Johnny Smith on the high side. Now Scott.
Oh.
Oh, Brinson loose. I'll bet he
Yellow
caught
line
that
again.
apron. I'll bet he caught the apron. Yeah. You cannot touch that yellow line. And you know the sad part of it is every one of these drivers out here know it. You cannot touch that yellow line. He just broke loose. No, he broke loose on his own. He broke loose before he ever touched that yellow line. Well, don't look like... Oh, yes, somebody did get into him there. Oh, man. Let me go back and see who that was. The number 10 of Drew Pfaffman just comes around and tries to miss him. He really tried to miss him. I'm looking at it here now. Come around and in the smoke, I don't think he thought that he was going to be there. Tried to cut it to the left, but it was just a little bit too late. And runs right up over the front of Scott's car. The two of them going to get involved in that. And Drew's car is a mess. Well, this is caution number 6. Scott's back out on the track. Let me see if I can get him up here and talk to Scott. Scott Brinson, you got a copy?
Hey Rudy, how you doing, buddy?
Well, what happened there, brother?
I don't know, man. I'm having quite the night, aren't I?
You and everybody out there is.
Well, first I spun it while I was trying to warm up my tires and made a fool of myself, and then right there, I don't know, man. I was just going for the bottom. I was going to pass Johnny, and all of a sudden he just come out from behind me.
Did you learn anything by that warming up the tires? That it does absolutely zero with a minus sign in front of it. Good to do that.
Well, no, you can't. It does take into effect now, according to from what I've heard.
It worked out good for you then, didn't it?
Well, that time I didn't. That's what I was going to say. That time I didn't scrub the tires, and you see what happened. I spun the car. So I'll be scrubbing the tires again right here and getting some heat in them tires. That's for sure. Because, I'm not used to this dynamic track stuff. This is, I think, the third IndyCar race I've done on it. I really didn't notice it at Homestead, which the other two I ran, other than the Michigan race, and we didn't notice it really at Michigan. But here tonight, man, the track's changing.
Well, this is. I got a fly in here. Taking a look at it real quick. This is caution number 6, Scott. Man, the guys have got to settle down. What we've seen, though, so far is a lot of guys catching that yellow apron. That yellow line on the apron right there. Man.
We told them in the driver's meeting that yellow line was treacherous and not to pinch people down. And, we've seen some people doing that. And then we've seen some people just driving it in too hard, trying to get that good run coming out of one, but they touch that line and then it causes a big accident.
Right. Okay. All right. Well,
everybody's trying to win the race right now. You know how that is, man. We can sit here and preach till we're blue in the face. Don't win the race on lap 61, but they're going to do it anyway. Yeah, so
I know it. Well, you got 20 drivers. Well, you had 20 drivers in the race, and all 20 of them want to lead every lap. So
yeah.
So all right. Well, good luck, Scott. Talk to you later.
Buddy. All right, pal. Thanks for calling the race, man.
Yep. All right, Sadusky still up front for 13 laps. He's been up here. And the lights are off.
Looks like Travis Browder and Thomas Keane took the car behind the wall.
Yep, and Chris Mulhall, Tommy Lee. We got a lot of them out of the race now.
Tommy Lee and Chris Mulhall just joined back.
Looks like we got 14 drivers. Kevin O'Brien out. Wow. A lot of drivers out.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Tommy Lee just rejoining back. There could be some glitches in the server maybe, and that's why these guys are leaving, coming back trying to get it fixed or whatever. I don't know, but here we go. Pace car in. Boy, Sadusky didn't even wait for the pace car to get on pit road and he was on the throttle.
Yeah, whoever that was behind him on the inside, it looked like they were in like 6th gear.
But not authenticated. What's that mean? What's going on here?
It's a glitch with the server, Rudy. It's doing it to everybody.
What the heck?
It
I'm
just said you disconnected.
Yep. Oh my word. Well, you'll have to hold on a minute, folks. We'll be right back. Be right back in just a second here, folks. Trying to get it sorted out. We're back. Wow, that was really freaky, I'll tell you. They've got to be doing something in the server or something to make it do that.
All the admins are doing the right thing and giving the people that had that issue their laps back.
Yeah. Well, Donald Sadusky is coming to pit road, so that's going to give Ed Hewitt the lead. Whoa! Ed Hewitt? Stepped in what? Alright, caution number 7 on the track, folks. I want to make sure it counted this one. Yeah, okay. It says 1, but we've already had 6 and we're back here, so Ed Hewitt leading his first lap of the race. Yeah, let me run down there and tell them real quick. I'll be right back, Kelvin. Hey, Scott.
71, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just to let you know, I got bumped out too, so I had to come back.
Okay.
So There's
Okay, Tommy, next one.
There's going to be
We're
a
good.
little spot in the race there. Okay. Let's see, Robert Riley going to be third. They got some lap cars in between them. I got to refresh trading paints again. Otherwise they'll be messed up. All right,
Just kick me out of the server.
Oh man, what the heck's going on with this junk thing? I don't know. You know, if I was Scott, I think I would almost think about rerunning this thing next week. Seriously. I may have to talk to him about that. Just rerun it next week. Because it's been nothing but issues all night long for everybody. Maybe that'll give the guys some more time to hone their skills on this track. Donald Sadusky will be 5th. Tyler Stanley 6th. Rolando Arroyo 7th. Johnny Smith 8th. Scott Brinson 9th. And Wally Turheimer 10th. But Ed Hewitt in the lead. Let me see if I can talk to him. Ed Hewitt, you got a copy?
Go ahead, Rudy.
You're out there leading, brother. What? Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, 10-4. I just about being patient on this track, you know, and watching out for the wrecks and and just rolling around. You know, it's an awesome track. You know I like this track, anyways.
Yeah. Well, all I'm gonna say, Ed, is stay away from that yellow line. No matter whatever you do out there, stay away from that yellow line.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I try not to get too close to that way. I let off the throttle so I will get wrecked out of the way, because I know that yellow line can take your car and spin it right around.
Oh, it will. We've already seen it quite a few times tonight. So good luck, Ed.
Okay, thanks, Rudy.
All right, Rudy, I'm back in.
All right. Ed, by God, Hewitt in the lead. Look at this. I am like wowed.
Seems like the first time you've ever seen him lead, Rudy.
Well, no, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to get him going here. I want to get Ed going. Pace car in, Ed, right on the throttle. Good job, Ed. Nice jump. He knows what he's got to do. Out there in clean air, that car's going to feel a whole lot different.
Yeah, he's running the middle groove too. Make sure he's away from that yellow line.
He's going to have to watch Sanderson to the bottom. Boy, did he get a run on that turn. Sanderson led that lap. Ed being patient, just riding right there. Robert Riley and Donald Sadusky battling it up. Sadusky to the bottom. Gonna take up 3rd position easily. And here comes Tyler Stanley. Now I'm showing Tyler in a different car.
Yeah, his just refreshed from mine.
Oh man.
Ooh, he got really tight there, and Robert Riley's gonna clear him.
Nathan Sylvia is 6th. Johnny Smith back to 7th. Ed Hewitt back around the outside of Donald Sadusky and back into 2nd, using that draft on Sanderson. Ed's feeling it now.
Yep. Donald got a good run on him there. He's gonna go to the
Ed into the wall. Just a tap. Don't think it did any damage on the car, but that's that aero push that I was talking about. When Donald Sadusky went by him like that, it really gave the aero push off of him to Ed.
Oh no, big wreck on the backstretch. Andrew Schulte upside down.
Go back here and see. Showing Wally Turheimer may have been involved in it too, so let's see here. Him and Andrew Schultz are pretty close to one another. Andrew Schultz just comes right down into Wally Turheimer. Whoa! Well, I guess they kind of met in the middle right there. Wally kind of drifted up, and Andrew cut down just a little. So they kind of met in the middle, but I think Wally kind of drifted up more than Andrew come down. And then he gets hooked by the axe machine, whoever that is. Not sure who that is. Can't make out the number on it. You can't read the number on the car. All right, so back up front, Scott Sanderson in the lead. How did Donald Sadusky get around Ed? I guess he must have. Thought Ed was in second. Anyhow, Ed will be third, Nathan Sovia fourth, Johnny Smith fifth, Tyler Stanley sixth, Thomas Keene seventh, Scott Brinson eighth, Robert Riley ninth, and Rolando Arroyo in 10th, the last one on the lead lap. Looks like Andrew Schulte on pit road. Wally Turheimer will go a couple of laps down. Michael Campbell a couple laps down. Tommy Lee. What's going on? Tommy Lee sitting on pit road. Not sure why he's just sitting there. Kevin O'Brien back out. Showing him about 9 laps down. Dylan Pfaffman in 18th. Travis Browder 19th. I think we're going to have about 55 to go when we get the green, or maybe a little more, maybe 56. Yeah, they're doubling up now, so. I think that's what it is, 56 to go.
Yep.
When they get the green. Or maybe 57, I don't know. My head's not all wrapped up into math tonight.
58 to go when they get green. Pace car's off, and Scott Sanderson doesn't waste any time and gets going. Ed's back into second, Rudy.
Yes, he is. Gets a little tap there by Donald Zadusky. Oh, and Ed Hewitt into the wall. Oh, man. Poor Ed. Not sure we're going to go see what happened to Ed. Oh, he just loses it. That arrow push, it just broke loose on him. Oh, man. Lots of guys going to get into it, too. Travis Browder gets into Ed. So, there you have it. Ed trying to make it to pit road. Let's take a look at the race summary. This is caution number 9. I know it says 3, but it's caution number 9. They had 6 and I had to reset, so. Everybody's trying to lead it. Nathan Sylvia may be out of the race. Chris Mulhall and Drew Pfaffman.
It looks like Ed still has a reset and he's going to get his car fixed.
Very good. The last one on the lead lap. Boy, just a sea of cars back there in behind. Man, lots of campers and shoo. The good old days, man. I used to go to Michigan every August. A lot of fun.
Yeah, a few more weeks I'll be meeting up with Thomas and we'll go into Charlotte.
Oh, nice.
Did it that last year also.
Thomas Lee?
Keen.
I know who you meant.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I never thought I'd meet Keen before I met him. I've met up with him about 3 times.
Chris Mulhall has come up here to the booth. Yeah, what's up, Chris?
Hey, Rudy.
What's up?
I just wanted to say for everybody watching that don't give up on this league just yet. This is going to be a good league. I know tonight is actually I'm actually kind of embarrassed. We've had a lot of bad cautions, a lot of people in here that just are trying to win it as soon as the green flag comes out. And I can already tell you it's not going to be like the next week. Scott and Tommy are already talking about it. We're trying to wean people out. So don't give up on it just yet because it's going to be a good league in the end.
Where do you guys race at next week? I know it's a crap track, but where?
We're at Watkins Glen next week.
Oh no, that'll be a good race. Yeah, that'll be a good
it should
race.
be fun.
Yeah, I might even race in that one. Scott said I could race in one.
You ought to come in and race with us, man. It'll be fun.
I would enjoy that. Now.
Oh yeah, it would be a blast.
The rest of the season's just like tonight. They're just crappy tracks.
Yeah, it's gonna really. Me and Tommy said this together earlier. It's got to, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but there's a lot of people in here that just need to practice with this car. Some people in here maybe haven't even raced this car before, so That's the kind of problems that you get, and it shows. We go green and we get half a lap in, and there's another caution. So
Yeah, we're on caution number 9 already. Next car in, and Sanderson on the loud pedal. Tyler Stanley coming back. On the high side of Donald Sadusky, looks like he's going to have that position.
Keen to the outside of Johnny Smith now.
And he makes it work, and he's got a great run there on Donald Sadusky now to go into 3rd. Wow, look at that. Showing some muscle. Well, that's what I said last night in that practice race, Chris. The high line is, mid to high line is where you want to be, and all we've seen is people want to be on that yellow line. Do not even think about going near that yellow line. You want to stay about a half a mile from the yellow line is about where you want to be. A half a mile.
Yeah. And we see Scott Brinson just wrecked there, and I think he's out because there is an incident limit. And that's what happened to me, and I believe it's what happened to Tommy as well. And I think we just saw that with Scott. Is if you get over 13 incidents, you're done. Yeah. And it's not always your fault either. I was involved in a lot of things that weren't my fault tonight, and I just was on the wrong end of it at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it's reflected on me. And so I'm out of the race now.
Yeah, well, I can't even pick up Scott. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's been disqualified.
Yep. Okay. Well, that put Tyler Stanley in the lead. Well, I think that's what we're going to see a lot. You know, when you, I know they race this car here in real life. I know that. So please don't be the 15 billionth person to tell me that in the last couple of days. Okay. But
I didn't even know, so you're good.
They are professional race car drivers. We are not professional race car drivers. This car should never see this track. It should never be on this track. Yeah. It is a blast out there for 1 or 2 people. It is a blast.
Oh, it's so much fun.
But last night we just had 10 in there, and we had, you know, like 4 cautions in the first 18 laps, and it was like, once them guys got weeded out, then we had some pretty good green flag runs. I made a mistake once, you know, but I haven't raced in 9 months. You know, give me a break, you know.
Yeah.
But I seen, I think it was Jason Allison come up on my inside, and it kind of, spooking me is not the right word, but I went to the right thinking that, you know, I'd give him more room because I knew he'd wash up, and I forgot to turn on my rear view mirrors, and I couldn't see that Paul Cohen was right kind of like beside me, behind me a little bit, and I caught his front nose, you know. But see, I don't have them turned on when I'm broadcasting because that takes a lot of extra graphics.
It does. Yeah, it does.
I shut them off, okay? And I forgot to turn them on last night, so I had no rear view mirrors to look at.
Yeah, here's my thing with the, and I know, I agree. This we probably shouldn't have run this. And Scott, and Tommy were talking earlier, and he's taking Phoenix off the schedule for this year.
Yeah.
Just because of this performance tonight. And the thing is just, this could be a really, really fun track, but guys just have got to stop driving like they're trying to win the race on the green flag. Whether it's lap 1, 18, 96, whatever. It's just ridiculous. And the thing is, you need to come to the practices every Tuesday night. I cannot stress that enough because it's different. It's one thing coming out here and running around this track by yourself, and it's another thing coming out here and running around it with 26 other drivers.
That's right. Exactly. My sentiments exactly, Chris. You hit just exactly what I said to Scott earlier. You know, it's a blast out there, 1 or 2 people. You know, the aero push is just terrible with these cars. But when you're out there running with 25, 26 other guys, it's a nightmare.
It is.
Know, even if you had a track that was 15 times wider than Talladega, and it was just a straight track, you'd still see them wrecking each other.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because everybody wants to be in the lead. Well, unfortunately, there's a really, really big thing about racing, okay, that a lot of people have never, ever, ever figured out. There can only be one leader. One.
Yep.
Just one. Okay. There can't be 78 or 20. There can only be one. You know.
Yep, I agree.
So, but everybody that's behind that leader wants to be the leader. I understand that, but you don't have to be that leader on lap 2.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree.
The only lap that counts is the very last lap, lap 143.
I agree.
So, but you know, a track like this, you know, and Indianapolis is going to be bad too. I'm trying to tell Scott that too. But, you know, he loves Indianapolis. Wants to run Indianapolis. Okay, knock yourself out. You know.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I might be sick that night. Might not be able to broadcast it.
I'm hoping. Now, next week you won't see a lot of these same faces you're seeing tonight. I know that for a fact. So, hopefully, you know, I'm sure the road course will be better because obviously there won't be full course cautions, or at least I wouldn't think there would be. But we'll just have to see what happens as we go back green here at Iowa.
Yeah, it'll be pretty awesome next week. That's why I'd really like to race on it. You know.
Yeah, you should come on out, man. It'll be fun.
I love Watkins Glen, and you know, I've got to do some practicing, but.
Yeah, I'm actually about to go practice when this one's over. I'm gonna go run a few laps just to get a feel of it. Because I don't usually run the boot. I'm usually running the cup, so I need to learn. It's almost like learning a whole new track. So. Oh,
you're running the boot?
Yeah, running the boot with the bus stop.
You don't run both of them in the Indy cars? No.
Yeah, that's what Tommy or Scott, one of them told me that.
I agree with the boot, but not the bus stop.
Yeah, I've got to say I've never ran it with the bus stop, and we do have a new leader.
Yep, Thomas Keene. Sorry.
That one around looks like.
Rolando.
What was that? Tyler Stanley. He saved it though.
Okay. Rolando
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And Scott Sanderson battling it up here side by side. And that's what Thomas Keene is loving to see right here. These guys racing side by side because he's stretching that lead out. Well, now that the field's kind of dwindled down a little bit, we're probably going to see a whole lot better racing.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I'm keeping a close eye on Johnny Smith and Michael Campbell back here. They've been racing side by side the last couple laps. Ed Hewitt's into the mix now.
Yeah, he's got his car fixed back up. Now he's underneath Johnny Smith. Oh, nope, not going to be able to do it.
See, that's also the thing right there is people don't realize you get in these cars and you drive them around and you think, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I can drive this car flat out all the way around the track. But then you try to go low and pass somebody through the turn and your car is not going to stay there. You're going to drift up. You have to let off. And most people don't realize that, and they drift up and they run into somebody that's, you know, above them. So that's also another thing that I see a whole lot.
Yeah, instead of backing off the gas and you know, they just keep their foot right in it. Think,
and they drift up the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that just has to do with inexperience.
Yep.
You know, if you don't race these cars a lot, you don't know a whole lot about them, and and everything goes back to what we said earlier, Rudy. It's where
we got a spin off too.
It's different from running by yourself than with 40 some other people.
Andrew Schulte going around, but he's no caution.
I believe Ed got into the wall also.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little bit of an arrow push trying to pass. I believe that was Johnny Smith and touched it a little bit.
Scott Sanderson, second place. Keene got about a 1.4 second lead over Scott Sanderson right now. Well, I mean, you know, I know Scott, he's a big IndyCar fan, and, you know, it's like I told him, out of the 45,000 members in iRacing, there's only like 5 people in all of iRacing that know how to drive these cars. And I don't see any of them in here.
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough.
It's an altogether different animal, you know. There's no fenders.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no fenders on that car. You touch the wall and that car is freaking toast. It's just
it's definitely
junk. You might as well just take it, park it, and go on to another race somewhere because the car's junk, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we are seeing a couple green flag laps. Let me interrupt you there, Rudy. I apologize, but we're getting, you know, a lot of people have had to take their car behind the wall, and And you said it earlier. We're probably going to see some better racing now.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, we've already seen better stuff going on out here. A lot more guys getting back into the race here too. After that, I got glitched out too, and so did Calvin.
I also did.
Yeah.
I did too. I was a part of that. And looks like Ed Hewitt just got the incident limit.
Oh, we've got a spitter on the front stretch. Tyler Stanley going through the grass. No caution.
Yep.
He's going to get it back rolling.
That's good. You know, I think if I was going to run these cars on this track, I think that's what I would have done. I would have put no cautions in there. And it's the last man standing.
Yeah.
That would be the way to run it, you know.
Thomas Keane around on the front stretch.
Wow, that was our leader.
No caution.
Hey, so that puts Scott Sanderson in the lead. He's got a 3.8 second lead over Donald Sadusky. Wally Turheimer having a great run here tonight. He's kept that car out of trouble all night long. And that is the sharpest looking car on the track right now. I'm telling you, I love that car. I just love it.
Yeah, right now we only got 5 cars on the lead lap. So now that they're all spread out, this is a lot better racing, Rudy.
Yep. Johnny Smith in 4th. Johnny's supposed to be getting me a setup for the MaxSpeedTV event. Hopefully you guys can make it to that.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night, actually.
Yep.
Got a
Saturday.
caution, Rudy.
Yep. Cadillacs at Michigan. Donald Sadusky going for a ride across the stretch, or the grass, and right back up onto the track. Didn't hit anything though.
He did get that incident limit though, Rudy.
Oh no. Well, been seeing that a lot.
Yeah, it's hard not. It's hard to avoid that here at this short track.
Yeah, this is caution number 11. I called for 15 cautions tonight. What I called for. At first I said 16, and I said, nah, I'm going to give the guys the benefit of the doubt, and I said 15.
Nice.
I'm just kidding. Well, I just knew, you know, I was looking at the mix of the crowd in there, okay? And, you know, Chris, and no, you know, I'm not trying to offend anybody, or I'm not, you know, I'm not pointing out anybody directly, and I'm not going to mention any names or anything, but, you know, I watch a lot of these races. I watch a lot of you guys racing, and I know...
Yeah, absolutely.
I know the guys that can drive, you know, a certain track or a certain car, and what guys are going to be the possibility of bringing out a caution, what guys are going to drive a good and maybe not even have an incident the whole night, you know? And, you know, when you watch enough of these, you kind of learn them guys, you know?
Yeah, you do. You really do. And it's just like in the real world.
Yeah.
You know, real drivers, they know who to stay away from and who to work with in the race.
Yep.
So, you know, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah. And you know, there's guys that you know that you can race right side by side for 20 laps.
Absolutely.
And you can trust that driver. And then there's guys that, man, you know, you don't even want to be, you want to be on the opposite side of the track from them, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, there's times I'll just drive through pit road just to get away from a guy.
Yeah.
I've done it before. If I know I'm restarting behind a guy that is all over the place, and I know that drives all over the place, I'll just take a pass through pit road. I don't mind to lose a couple spots versus lose a car. You know what I mean?
And Calvin, you've seen it a lot too.
Yeah, I have. Sometimes there's just, you got to stay away from those people, and sometimes they don't even need to be racing because they just don't know what they're doing out there.
I watched you last night in that race, and you know, you stayed back away from everything until later on in the race, and then you started bringing it up to the front, and you did it just the way you should do it, you know? I watched you, Calvin, last night, and you did some great racing last night.
Yeah, thank you.
And there's no need, you know, there's really no need to race. It only matters on the last lap.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? There's no need to race that hard
Well,
for 145, 46 laps, however many laps this one is.
it's like Ed
You know
and
what I
I've
mean?
always said. We've always said for the first half of the race, you should race the track.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
The second half of the race is when you want to start racing each other. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, sure, you want to stay in the grasp of that. You don't want the leader to be a lap ahead of you. You know,
Right,
you want
right.
to stay in the grasp of it, but you don't need to be up there and bumping, you know, tires with them guys just so you can lead a lap. The only one that counts is the last lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the issue with last night too. Some of those guys who were just trying to lead every lap or gain as many spots as they could. And we were 20 laps in the race, and we had to run single file for the restarts the rest of the race. So I knew who to stay away from, so I come down pit road if I had to, just get away from them.
You know, and if you think you're the fastest car, that's great. Then you should qualify as the fastest car. And during the race, if you think you're the fastest car, then at the end of the race, you'll be the fastest car. There's no need to prove that on lap 50 of 150. I mean, think about how fun this race would have been if we'd have had to make green flag pit stops, we'd have had guys spread out, we'd have had guys making strategies.
Yep.
You know, it would have been the best race I've ever raced in, but it's not the case because nobody wants to. There's not any kind of give and take. I didn't see any give and take tonight.
Yeah, it's not just these cars either. It's short tracks in general, because every time you go to a short track, there's usually a lot of cautions in them. And sometimes it's not even short tracks. It's just people not racing with their head in the right place.
And the other thing is, if you let off, you'll suck right back up to the car in about a lap.
Yep.
With the way these drafts are, so you're not losing anything.
All right, green. 20 laps to go here. Wally Turheimer for second. See, now there's a guy that has kept his car clean all night long.
Absolutely. I was just about to say that. Wally has been in the back. He stayed out of trouble.
Yep.
And he's reeling in, Scott.
He's in that draft right now, and he knows, you know. And it ain't gonna be long if he gets up there a little closer. He's gonna feel that aero push.
Yeah. Now Keen's on the inside of him.
Yep. Keen's been really strong, but he's made his share of mistakes here tonight too.
Yep, and right there was sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Right there was a perfect example. Wally, he went on the inside, Wally went to the outside, may have even let off a little bit to let him by, and he's not going to lose anything. He's still right there in the hunt.
You know, and that's all about respect too. You have to have respect for these guys to be able to let them go, and not just keep it in the throttle and race them and wreck them. You know.
Absolutely.
Johnny Smith fourth, Michael Campbell fifth, quite a ways back, 3 seconds behind. Tyler Stanley sixth place, 1 lap down. Would like to get back on that lead lap, but if they keep going the way they're going here, it doesn't look like we're going to get another caution, but I probably said that too soon.
Side by side for the lead.
Thomas Keane back in the lead. Yeah, there we go.
And Wally's keeping a safe distance, and that's smart, because they were racing side by side, and they were getting a little squirmy, but I think Scott realized that and backed off.
You can actually, I mean, I noticed that last night, you can feel the push off of that. You know, it's like and you're in that draft, and of course it pumps you up there another extra like 5-6 mile an hour, you know.
It does,
you see
yeah.
Sanderson there just barely gets right up close to the wall. That push was so great.
Yep. And if you ride on board with him, I just did that on that last lap. You can hear him getting in and out of the throttle in the turns because even though he's probably about a half a second back or maybe even a second back at this point, he's still getting that push.
Yep.
And the tires get worn down, and you can just hear him letting it in and out of the throttle.
I'm riding along with Wally Turheimer right now, and you can hear him just kind of lifting a little bit right now.
Yep. You don't want to lift all the way out, but just let off the throttle just a little bit and then get right back in it because it doesn't take much.
Yep, it just like sets that car, you know, like we noticed that in the trucks and some of the other cars in iRacing. If you just lift off that, it sets that front down, that left front, and man, it just makes it bite right in then, you know?
It does.
So yeah, good run for these guys. Johnny Smith, now quite a ways back, but really not out of the running of it. Them four are the only ones on the lead lap. If We've got 10 to go, folks.
Oh, Johnny had to get way out of it there coming off 4.
Yeah, he did.
You know, when you get into a long run like this, it's all about how you get into a turn. Because if you get in too low, you're going to come off the turn, and you're going to be tight, and the car just does not like to rotate. You really got to arc it in there just right.
Kevin O'Brien, what a great save. He just touched the yellow line.
Yep. And Robert Riley backed right out of it right there. He seen what was going on. That's respect out on the track, too. Because I've noticed that, too, guys, that, you know, it just seems like if a guy's slipping in front of you, the guy behind him just stays right in the throttle for whatever reason.
Yep.
Instead of backing off, you know, and giving that car a chance.
On the last caution, I was caught up in. I went to brake, and when I did, my car lost it, and I ended up hitting into the back of whoever it was I hit. I don't know if I'm sure you guys saw it, but I mean, going, you know, they're going, let's see, Scott Sanderson's going 185 miles an hour through the turn. It's just so hard to avoid some of the wrecks, but I agree, you should always let off or brake or something. Don't just keep it in the throttle.
Right.
Yeah, these cars are really tough to avoid wrecks in because you're usually going above 200 mile an hour, and sometimes you just can't get the car woed down in time, but at least you at least have to try to lift out of the throttle and avoid it instead of just keeping it in the throttle and try and go through it like it's Days of Thunder, you know?
Yeah, I agree completely, but the big thing about when I go to avoid a wreck, when I let off, I have to have one eye in front of me and the other eye in my rearview mirror, make sure I don't get ran over by the guy behind me. Because, you know, not everybody likes to let off, like you said.
Yeah, and sometimes people just aren't even paying attention at the same time. You know, they're thinking the run's going good, so they start kind of paying attention, and then a wreck's in front of them, someone checks up, and they plow into the back of them. That happened to me last week at NIS.
All right, 2 laps to go. Keene with a 2.7 second lead over Scott Sanderson.
Oh, race is over. Caution.
Oh, we got a caution.
Caution.
Dylan Plath.
Yep. Oh, yep. Dylan Pfaffman.
Pfaffman. Excuse me.
Yep, and that will end the race. Keene takes the last lap, so it will finish under caution.
I'll let you guys do your thing. I appreciate y'all letting me come up here and talk with you for a little bit.
All right, ma'am.
And I'll see you guys next week.
All right. All right, Calvin, you want to take first? I'll take second. You take
sure,
third?
Rudy. Yep.
All right, I'll drag Thomas up here. Give him a second here to cross the line to make it official, okay?
Then 4.
All right, there's Thomas. Let's see, Scott Sanderson. Let me find him. Okay, there he is. Scott Sanderson finishing second, and Johnny Smith. There he is. All right. All right. It's all you.
Well, Thomas, great win tonight. Congrats. And how did the car feel out there in this dynamic track? Did you feel the track change any?
Yeah, thanks, man. It was definitely an interesting race. The dynamic track definitely helps how the car is handling over them. I'm not usually a big IndyCar fan, so I guess it's pretty cool to bring home a win in these things. But yeah, it was actually really interesting, though. I mean, I've done a lot of races in these cars here at Iowa, and it felt good. I was expecting aero push to come in a little bit earlier, but there wasn't really that much aero push unless you try to dive bomb somebody. What really you really had to watch out for was your worn tires, and over the course of the run, those last few runs there, you really had to be careful with your tires and really had to lay off. And I accidentally got into gas too early and just got loose off 4 and lost the lead. And you know, thank God that the caution came out there. We were able to rebound, and I knew we had something for Scott. We've had a car all night. It's just, you know, I guess you want to kind of get to the front. I guess when we had all those cautions, I mean, it's not the smart thing to do, but I guess the front was kind of the safest place, I guess, because of how, you know, everyone was wrecking towards the middle and the back. So I guess it was a front. It was pretty much a dash to get to the front, and I guess that's another reason why we saw cautions. But you know, it was good though. I mean, it was fun, lots of racing, but you know, I wish the cautions didn't come out that many. Wish we didn't lose that many people, but it was a fun race though overall, and it's cool to finally win in one of these cars.
Yeah, well, congrats. Is there anybody you'd like to thank, Thomas?
I just thank my good Lord and God and Savior Jesus Christ. Just want to thank everyone back at the shop, starting off our indie program. You, Calvin, Daniel Smallwood, Michael Gonzalez, Charles Grant Jr., Rudy for putting on this race, Scott for hosting the league. Everyone that made this 26 IndyCar go round tonight. You know, thank my parents for watching. My mom and my dad, love them. Love you guys a lot. Just want to give a big shout out to everyone at All Time, Michael Libby, Tony DeGennaro, and Travis Townsend. And just wanted to say rest in peace to Justin Wilson. You know, great racer in Indy cars. Never really got in Indy cars, but rest in peace to him.
All right, good job tonight, Thomas.
Thank you there, Calvin. Thanks, guys.
All right, Scott Sanderson, you copy?
Sure do.
Well, you lead the most laps here tonight. Just seemed like tonight was not the night for you to get up there and battle it up with Thomas Keene. You had a little bit of a tussle there, but again, like I said, you led the most laps, so that kind of accounts for something. Talk about your racing.
It was, I don't know, we didn't do much racing. It was up and down, and got into it with a couple people, and wasn't shy about telling people how I felt today, which I'm not proud of it, but hey, the way this race went on today, it was something had to have been said, done. And I got to give a shout out to Brinson, Tommy Lee, and all the admins that at least tried keeping some order to it. So they did a heck of a job, and it was up and down. Had to come back through the field a couple times. Never knew when the good time to pit was, because you didn't know how long your next green flag run was going to be. And on that last caution there, I didn't take tires, and I think that's what overly killed me, because I wanted to have that track position. Because in the practice room we did yesterday, it was, if you could get out front, you were good. You were set. So, but got to give a hand to Thomas there. He got around me, and he pulled me, so I think it was a little bit to do with the tires and a little bit to do with I don't run these cars very often, so lack of knowledge with it too.
Well, I noticed at the beginning of the race, it seemed like everybody, you know, I mean, sure, you can go out there and flat foot it, okay, for, 5-6 laps, and then you got to start lifting a little bit here and there, but it seemed like everybody wanted to flat foot it every lap. They figured you could go out there and run 100 laps and flat foot it the whole 100 laps, 13 cautions tonight, man, that's pretty rough. Staying away from that yellow line had to be the key here tonight, because we've seen a lot of people catching that yellow line. When the mid to high line is the best way around that track, I know, I raced in it last night. Mid to high line, you want to be a half a mile from that yellow line, at least a half a mile, okay?
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of that tonight, just people catching that yellow line when they shouldn't even be near it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I brought up to one of the other drivers, and it was, I actually found a sweet spot up about a groove and a half, 2 grooves up, right near where it starts fading out, where there's no rubber at.
Right.
I ran up there for a little bit, and I was able to flat-foot it even in draft up there, and it was pretty decent. So, I mean, it's just common sense with the draft. I mean, once you really suck up behind somebody, the arrow push does kind of play with the car quite a bit. So,
oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just common sense on when to lift and when to be smart to push.
Yep. All right, well, congratulations on second place tonight, Scott. So anybody you want to thank?
Like I said last night, for those returning viewers, admins, you for putting on great broadcast, and unfortunately we had technical difficulties, I guess, with the server, so I saw you dropped out, and quite a few others dropped out, and so, but you do the best that you can, and given the circumstances with iRacing there, and the firefighters, police officers, veterans, everybody like that, so, yeah, good night.
All right, thanks for talking with us, Scott, and again, congrats on second spot.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, Kelvin, you got third place?
Hey, Wally, that was a great run by you to finish third, and you did a great job of...
Oh, it was Wally. How come I
Yeah.
got Johnny Smith here? Huh. Wow.
Nope, I got it. It was me.
Okay.
You did a great job avoiding all those wrecks, and you showed a lot of respect out there. But how'd the car feel in some of the racing you did out there?
You know, as I've told Rudy anytime that I've ever had the privilege of being interviewed, my motto is to stay away from trouble. I had one instant where I apologized to Andrew Schultz. I got inside of him trying to do a crossover, and I washed up and caused a caution, and I hate that. But I try to stay away, and that's my motto. Just try to stay away from the trouble, and don't push, and don't and just stay away from everybody if you can. But that's what I did, and it worked.
Yeah, that was a great run. You kind of did the thing where just stay in the back, let them kind of wreck out, and you were really respectful, and you let Keen go and some other guys go, and
yeah, he was very fast. I mean, it's like he had a different car. I mean, it was crazy. I just saw him in my rearview mirror, and it was like a yellow flash, boom, and gone. I'm like, what in the heck happened there? I think it had to do with that high groove, you know. It was fast. If you got on the high groove for a long back stretch, high groove in the outside, on turn 3 and 4, and you were hauling. And by the time you got to turn 1, you were going way faster than everybody else.
yeah, like Rudy said, that's kind of where you want to run here at Iowa. But great job on 3rd place. And is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Just thank you guys there. It's always fun to watch it back and hear you guys talk. And thanks Scott and the guys, Maximum Velocity guys too. So. Thank you.
Yep, congratulations on 3rd place again.
Thanks.
All right, let's run down through the results real quick here, guys, and we'll get out of here. Thomas Keene coming home the winner. Scott Sanderson 2nd. Wally Turheimer 3rd. I don't know where I thought Johnny Smith was 3rd, but Johnny Smith coming in 4th. Tyler Stanley 5th. Andrew Schultz 6th. Robert Riley 7th. Kevin O'Brien 8th. Michael Campbell 9th. Dylan Pfaffman 10th.
Yeah, Travis Browder gets 11th, Donald Sadusky 12th, Rolando Arroyo gets 13th, Ed Hewitt 14th, Scott Brinson 15th, Nathan Sylvia 16th, Chris Mahal 17th, Tommy Lee 18th, Drew Pathman 19th, Justin Michael 20th, and Kyle Strikehart rounds out the field in 21st.
All right. What was it, Scott?
A caution festival.
All right, I'll close this out and then we can talk.
That's all I got to say. It was a caution festival, man. You warned me. It's been a whole week full of caution festivals, and I got no room to talk. I drove like hell out there tonight. I'm embarrassed. It was one of my worst performances on TV, especially in that car. It was my worst performance, but we're going to be, we're going to be eliminating the other short track on the schedule, so we don't have this problem again this season. So, and we're going to get some things ironed out. This is a new league, and it's going to take a little while to find the core drivers that can handle these cars on an every lap basis. So, it's going to take a little while, Rudy. But you were right, man. It was a caution festival.
Well, enough said. All right, folks, we'll see you tomorrow night for Maximum Velocity.
Have a good night, everybody.
Till then, stay safe and have a good night.